The worst way to elevate your financial status or life is to actually save money. Correct. I don't believe in that. Before I entered trading myself, I had this really weird impression that traders have a very good life. Open the chart in front of the beach. I just made 10 grand. I just made 5 grand. I just made 2 grand today and I'm celebrating tonight. Oh, you know.
Like I've seen traders in my department just broke down. One even just vomit.
Serious?
Technically, I just cut everything off. I just cold turkey everything. I quit alcohol also. I have to make this work because there's no plan B. And the market is the one that tells you, are you wrong or not? If once you confront all these flaws of yourself, then only then you can take one step forward. If you don't confront, you take blame. Is that the sun was pointed north, that's why. Not good.
Between being greedy and being fearful and FOMO, what is the worst kind of emotion? Very jialat one.
I think that's the worst. Now become therapy session. It's okay, Thomas. It's okay.
No script. Let's go. Hey guys, welcome to keepit100 talks. Today we have a very special episode. We're trying something different. Today we have Eugene.
Hi guys.
You can see this is our cars. And you know, we're car enthusiasts, so might as well we have a talk outdoors with our beloved other half. Oops, sorry, you know. Anyway, so we're here with Eugene, and the reason why I have Eugene here on the show is because keepit100 talks, we're focusing on money, mindset, and also lifestyle. And Eugene is a professional trainer.
Yep.
And then he also has a team of traders, and he participates a lot in the financial market. And I strongly believe that financial markets is a very important tool, very useful tool for average Malaysians, anyone, to grow their wealth. So I did an episode with Eugene last time on my vlog. I drove his E92 M3.
Yeah.
And then I asked him a simple question. What's your advice for people if they want to get something like this? Then he said, don't save money.
Yeah.
So it's spurred on an idea to do this episode, right? So before we jump into that question, why don't save money if you want to have better cars, better life? Maybe what cars have you owned until I know a new one is coming.
Okay, so my first proper car lah, right? It's a SLK lah.
SLK?
Yeah, the R172. Right? So that time, not enough money, but then want to look cool and comfortable and all lah. Right? So then you realize the shortfalls of an SLK, right? In terms of performances. Then so naturally you want the progression lah, right? So after that, it was a C43 coupe. Yeah. Drove that car, hated that car.
I was at the C43, W205, yeah.
Yeah. So after that, just for a short period, then I swapped over to the BMW M4.
The
F82.
Okay.
Right?
How long was your C43 ownership?
I think 6 to 9 months, somewhere there lah, around there lah.
6 to 9 months?
Yeah. Cannot make it the 1 year mark lah.
I had mine for 10 months. If not for COVID, I would have sold it earlier. Sorry guys who like C43.
I'm sorry guys.
So then you went to the M4.
Yeah, then I went to the M4. Had it for a year, I think. Yeah. A bit too bloated for a chassis. Didn't quite like it as well. Then I saw an opportunity to grab the M2 manual. Then
so that came first.
Yeah, so the
I
M2
thought it was
manual.
this one that came first.
No, M2 manual. Then after that, I was like, I need some V8 NA in my life lah. So that's where this came about lah.
With the big Lala driving.
Yeah. Lala for life.
I drove his car. You watch, I'll put a link in the description for the video I drove his car. Oh my god. Today I just drove it again. It's like I thought I was ready for it, then I wasn't ready for it.
This car brings out the abeng in you, man.
Oh yes, for sure. Going down there.
Every Chinese got an abeng one. You just don't want to show.
Every Chinese inside got abeng one. Go UK study, come back. Oh, speak English.
Accent all.
Inside abeng. Then how do you like this car?
So far, this car stirs a lot of emotions lah, right? This car, especially the sound lah, right? It might not be the fastest, it might not handle the best, but when you drive it, right, it's like,
yes.
I don't know how to say lah, right? The sound and all is different lah, right? Probably the thing that can top it is maybe a Ferrari lah, right? A Ferrari engine, then this one you
that one
tapao
different
lah.
story.
You tapao lah,
Yeah.
this one.
But man, the sound is epic. It's just ridiculous. I get what you mean. And I think it's an important thing that you note, because sometimes we think that car guys are about performance, speed, or brand all the time, but we're actually looking for a sensation. We're looking for experience. And I think you're a very good representative of what car ownership is. Yeah. So yeah, how did you get here, man? I mean, you, like everybody, they have a story, right? So I also started with a humble little Honda City IDSI, right? Secondhand, you know. How did you get here?
In terms of what? Professionally lah, right? So
I mean, you're a professional trader today. Did you always know that you want to be a professional trader?
no, and like during pre-graduation, right? I always like pride myself in like say, you know, I'm gonna be one of those smart ass analysts, you know, all that kind of thing. It sounds very sophisticated and all that one, right? But before that, you didn't know how the whole situation is, right? So you just kind of have some sort of aspiration. So I actually dabbled into corporate finance for the start.
Oh.
Right, as an analyst, then I'm like,
In banks,
yeah, it's a smaller boutique firm that does advisory for different companies lah. It's not just like like just doing for warrants, rights issues and all that. It's like maybe some acquisition, or like a company wants to sell to another PE. Then we do the valuations and advisory for them.
Okay.
Yeah, so that was quite interesting. Long hours, but the pay not justified lah. Right? So the main thing how I got into trading was I was trading at the site. Right? So when I was trading at the site, when my income in trading per month exceeds my monthly salary, then for me it's like, hey, I think I should make a jump already lah.
Wow.
I think this is my calling.
How long did I know? And this is not okay. I want to say this. I'll ask this question, but also, sorry to interrupt you, but this is an important question. I know it's not relevant for everybody, but how long did it take for you to surpass that? And maybe tell us a little bit of story on because some people watching this say, hey, I want to learn trading. Then I mean, just sort of give an expectation. Your experience. How long did it took for you to suddenly surpass your income?
So to surpass my income, right, I think real time it take maybe 2 years.
2 years.
But the actual action that takes place is actually like maybe 4 months.
Oh, do tell. How come?
Yeah, so 2 years because you were learning trading all the while since university, since your internship. You were like, okay, I'm just gonna learn it as a skill set, but then you don't know how to apply it, right? You simply apply, then you bang walls, then you learn something, right? So you are trying to learn consistently until 2013 they had a big oil boom lah, right? The oil boom, then every counter in Malaysia that touches oil and gas and just went crazy lah. So when it went crazy like that, then that was my opportunity lor. So that 2 years of learning suddenly just escalated, and then you saw the rewards there.
Would you say, no, not obviously, you can say that because you're lucky, right? Would you say you're lucky?
I believe, right, luck is a derivative of hard work. The more hardworking you are, the luckier you get. That's simple and said. So you can say very lucky, so be it lah, right?
But if you weren't participating, you cannot be lucky.
Correct.
Right? If you're not inside the game, you can't win. Correct.
You need to have at least 2 feet in. You cannot just be 1 feet also. Let's say 1 feet, if I invest 100 ringgit only, then I make 50%, 150 ringgit, then I say, should have put more lah, all this kind of thing. Then I'm like, hey, come on, at least put some skin in the game, right? Then you feel hurt, then you learn, you expedite the learning process. If you're not hurt, then it's not gonna happen, right?
I blew up by trading outcome few times.
Path to success, bro.
Yeah. Well, guys, I really wanted to highlight that because 2 years of learning, and then he was ready for when the time was right.
Yep.
Yeah. So so how I want to talk a little bit later about the distinctions between trading, how what people should be doing, blah blah blah, based on what your experience is. But when it comes to your story, so how, I mean, if you mind to share, like, disclose, like, how painful was your journey? Because I think a lot of, it's easy to go on Instagram and everyone talk about the good stuff, but I think there are so much to learn from the tough times and the lessons. So, what was the process like, and what did you learn every time when you go through those process?
Okay, so the story for my struggles lah, right? So like I said, after corporate finance, I jumped to trading. Then that time's relatively young, 23, right? So then you just okay, then I jumped into trading. And okay, was making not to say very good money, but small comfortable money for a 23-year-old, right? So but then you know lah, back then you just continue on partying and stuff and like that. You didn't really put 100% into it, right? Because you're young, right? You're young, you don't know any better. So the moment of realization, right, it kicked in, right? It was in 2016, right? Where my dad, my best friend, and my grandmother, they all three passed away on the same year.
Shit. Sorry to hear that, bro.
So yeah, no worries about that. So it was a life-changing moment for me, lah, right? It really shook me up and said that, hey, check, there's no backup plan already, right? You all the while thought your dad maybe got money and stuff like that, lah, but actually check, not much leh, right? So there's no safety net already. So it's up to you now already. So it's that moment that I just said, you know what, fuck all the parties. What all these friends in all these partying friends gonna help you with in your life? They only want you and your good times, right? Not they are not going to generate income for you. They are not going to make you a better person, right? So I just cut everything off. I just like zone out.
So you just cold turkey?
Yeah, I just cold turkey everything. Kind of like zone out lah, zone out in my own world. I quit alcohol also.
Oh wow.
Yeah, just to focus down and just say, you know what, I have to make this work because there's no plan B. When there's no plan B, then I believe myself lah, right? Even though I don't know how I will get there, but if I don't have a plan B, I cannot fuck up. So if I don't fuck up, that's my only way lah.
Robert Greene talks about watched one of his podcasts with Andrew Huberman, and he talks about one of Sun Tzu's way of one of the philosophies in war. They call it death ground. It's like when there's no ship behind you, there's no bridge behind you, you fight until the end. You summon immense courage. You summon crazy creativity. Things you cannot do, suddenly you can do.
It's more like a supernatural ability lah, right? When your backs are against the wall. So this is what I told the traders, aspiring traders that comes into my department as well, right? It's like, don't have a plan B. If you're gonna get it wrong, get it very wrong now, right? Then you can, if you fail, you leave with your head held higher. Right?
Learn a lesson lah.
Yeah lah. So at least you learn it. But if you do excel, you look at your potential right now. So
but I hear your commitment in excelling. I think that's very important for all anything we do lah, right? Do you think that a lot of people who participate in the financial world, like trading, investing, do you think? I mean, I think my personal opinion is that I see a lot of people, they go in sort of like, oh, by the way kind of thing. They don't they never take it seriously. Do you think that how does it? Do you think that affects their pattern, their behavior?
Yes, of course. Because if you're, like I just said, if you dabble just 1 feet into a swimming pool and your objective is to learn how to swim, how? Right? Then there's no skin in the game, there's no consequences, there's no lessons. You make money, you're like, ayah. You lose money, you're like, ayah. Right? There's no painful lessons or exhilarating rewards to spur you on that journey. So you're like, a lot of Malaysians or people out there lah, right? They just dabble 1 feet there, right? Then they expect great outcome. They want 100x for a stock. Hey, how lah? Right? It cannot lah, bro. Cannot lah. Then they ask me, hey Eugene, how do I wholesale like that? I'm like, hey, how? I also don't know how.
So I got that you got to be serious, and part of the game is actually losing sometimes, right? Losing. I think a lot of people don't play the game because they play to avoid losing rather than playing to win.
Correct.
Now you're playing to win, right?
Yeah. But when you play the game, there are probabilities. What?
Yeah.
right? So in trading, it's all about probabilities, right? So if you are right most of the time, then ngam already lah. But most of the time doesn't mean 100% what?
Yeah.
So it can be 70% right, but 30% is a loss or is a failure, right? So if you are going to fail like that, then you fail forward lah. You just fail forward. You fail, then you go.
Don't
Okay,
try to avoid it. You
yeah,
should come
don't
on.
avoid it. Embrace it, right? Then one step. Okay, fail. Then okay, what did I do wrong? Approach with a new approach. Attack again. Fail again. Okay, again.
What would you tell viewers who want to trade, but they recognize what's holding them back is the not being fully in, and they are afraid of investing and trading. Because sometimes I do too. Sometimes I see a good counter, and then I see the fundamentals all good. Then it's like, then never trade. Then then die, right?
Yeah.
What did you advise someone like me, for example?
I would just say, always just jump, just whatever logical, how would I say, homework lah, or studies that you make on like studying a stock and everything like that, right? If you feel that you have done enough of the work, and then at that moment of execution, you hesitate. Whenever you hesitate, just jump.
Jump
Just jump.
Jump backwards, jump forward.
Jump forward lah, masuk ni. Just masuk ni lah. Correct. So I think that applies to everything in life as well lah, right? So imagine like, okay, if you don't have the skill, let's say I may be a mediocre cook, but if someone were to come on to me, a billionaire would come to me, hey Eugene, I give you 100 million. Can you learn how to cook for me or not? But I don't know. Jump lah, right?
Yeah.
This is the analogy, what? Right? Opportunity arises, but you might not have that skill set yet, or you might not do 100% of your work yet. You must jump, right? Because the opportunity, if he don't give me, then he give you lah. Then you'll be like, hey, my 100 million right? So for me, it's like, if you've done the work, and the point of hesitation that you want to jump, like for instance, for your viewers that wants to jump into the stock market and then they are hesitating there, right? Whenever if you've done the work and you hesitate, jump. If you've not done the work,
don't
then
jump.
don't jump. Don't jump. Don't jump.
Not done the work, don't jump.
You
Okay.
must do the work, lah, right?
Okay, I was about to ask. You brought out a very important point. Yeah, but that's really cool. I mean, yes, because I noticed that good traders, at least in my short span of knowing traders, good traders are not just good technically or they have a certain magic crystal ball. I noticed their superpower is that they can manage their emotions very well. They can manage their expectations. And which is one thing I want to clarify. Guys, here from professional trader, any trader zero loss one.
No such thing, one lah.
There you go, guys.
Go stock guru. They all the stock guru.
Okay, so every trader sure got loss, right? So if you're watching and you expect all your trades to make money, then you siao, these guys professional, they also tank losses, right?
Yep.
Right? But on the overall, they make money, right?
Correct.
So a lot of people, they win, then later they lose, then they, not for me. Or they lose, then they don't play anymore.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
Okay.
So, yeah.
So thanks for sharing that, man. I think that's I didn't expect that. It was really cool to learn what really shifted, because I thought it was a technical thing. Maybe it's a skill set, or you learn something new, suddenly you make a lot of money. But as of everybody who's successful I meet, there's always a decision they made about their life,
Correct.
about their situation, about their circumstances,
Yep.
that suddenly allows them that superpower to change.
Yeah.
You know, and I always believe that the humans' biggest power is the ability to decide.
Yep.
Whatever happens to them, they can always decide something about it. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So, anyways, back to stock trading.
Okay.
All right, stock trading and investing. Okay, now we talked about this a while already.
Yep.
For our viewers, I know some people participate in the financial world, some people don't, some people aspire to. And even for me, when I started, I felt like, oh, these two are the same thing. Okay, but actually it's not. What's the distinction between investing and trading? And also, which one, if you were to start, let's say again, right, would you invest or trade first? You know?
Okay. Probably everyone has different definitions of investing and trading, but through my definition, right, it's investing is like you're studying the stock, then you're keeping it for more long term, right? And trading is more technical. You see chart here and there, right? You might do a bit of homework on the fundamentals of the stock, but it's more short term lah, right? So for me,
when you say short term, how long is short term?
it depends like a lot of my trades is like within maybe half an hour, 20 minutes also got one. Yeah. But some people can be few days, maybe max a week lah. That's called trading lah. We can say that swing trades lah, right? So swing trades and trading and investing, what is the major differences for this? Trading allows leverage to come into play. The broker wants to leverage on you. They want you to bet more. They want you to place more orders, right or not? Right? Investing, if this guy is going to place one order only, how is the broker going to earn commission? Right? Not enough orders, what? So they won't give you high leverage for this. So if, let's say, anyone that's starting out, that's maybe when I was like younger as well, right? So when you go into this, if you've done your work, for me, leverage is your friend. Leverage is a double-edged sword lah, right or not? If you know how to use leverage properly, then it can be your friend. It will accelerate the growth of your potential earnings much faster lah.
But it also can accelerate the potential loss also lah.
Correct.
Leverage is like for the viewers is like borrowing, right?
Yeah. It's like I got $100 now. I go to the bank and say, hey, please lah. I will trade maybe 2-3 days only lah. My position I will hold 2-3 days only lah. Right? Can you give me $500 to trade or not? Can. But if I lose this 100, then I 收工lah.
Then the 400?
Then you owe me I owe you
the bank that's how you make additional losses.
Then that bank likes these kind of things, right, bro?
Either way they make money lah.
Correct. Either way they make money, but what they want to do is they want to get you in the game, right? But knowing how the system is, how can you how can you utilize leverage to your advantage, right? So like people like me, right? When you came up, you don't really have anything, right? You probably you save a bit of money here and there. Let's say salary 3,000, 4,000. You stinge like hell. You makan roti canai every day. You maybe save 2,000 lah. 2,000. Maybe in that 2,000 you go in, you try leverage, right? Only if you have done your work. If you've done your work,
the caveat is only if you've done your homework.
If you have done your homework, right? So trading for me is the best way to get out of this. I wouldn't say rat race, but I would say to get out of, like, let's say if you more or less can earn through your normal job 3 to 5K lah, maybe plus commission 6K, 7K. But if you want to push to the next level, it's always leverage, right? At the start lah, right? At the start. But if, let's say you build your buffer up, let's say if you're Thomas Yap, you got 10 million already. Now
how come you know my network?
So okay, just assuming that if you build your buffer already, then your perspective of risk changes already, right? And it depends on life goal also lah. If your job is to your goal is to make 1 billion, then you're not there yet. But if your life goal is to make 10 million only, then it's more towards capital preservation already, then investing longer time frames, allowing more margin for errors to happen lah.
So would you say, in other words, trading is something of more shorter term?
Yeah.
And you can utilize leverage better.
Yep.
Once you can for a small guy who don't have a lot of money, they can have bigger gains.
Yep. Correct.
But also have bigger risk.
Yes, correct.
Right? But on the other hand as well, investing is quite the opposite, right?
Yeah.
It's lower, more focused on capital gain, focus on building your snowball lah, per se.
Correct.
Okay. Trading. This is a very good. I mean, I got a good friend of mine. She wanted to build up her first pot of like income or not money, like first pot of stash. Because the first thing I always tell my friends, you must get emergency fund set up, right? At least 3 to 6 months, especially entrepreneur. Maybe you need more than 6 months of your salary before you can jump out lah.
Yep.
And rather than working 2 years to accumulate that, because you reverse 1 year, 2 years, save this much money.
Yep.
She was able to achieve it in a couple of months through trading. Right?
Yep.
So where do people talk about trading and investing? How? Okay, talk about now we say most people maybe viewing this, you want to trade. how do we start? Do we just go to a broker and open, or what would you recommend the first thing people do?
First thing you do is by backing yourself up first lah. Right? Backing yourself up means you back the talk lah. You say, I want to go do trading. Just go walk in, open the account first. Right?
Don't learn first, go open first.
You open first lah. You don't have
Oh
to
yeah,
put money
if
first,
you
what?
learn already, but no account cannot apply,
then
right?
you like, then you forever procrastinating, what, right? Not. So I think just walk in first. Put however small amount of money that you feel it's painful if you lose. It must be painful, ah. If
What?
it's not painful,
This is old school, but be painful.
alright. It's like there's those old school love lah. They say they don't rotan you. If rotan you is love ma, right? So it's the same for trading.
骂是喜欢，打是爱啊。骂是no what 啊？骂是情啊，打是爱啊。真的吗？
I don't know. That one I don't know in Chinese.
You don't speak Mandarin
cannot speak Mandarin.
Also must be painful enough. But don't whack everything.
Yeah. So assuming your salary is 5K, you manage to save 2,000 a month, right? So that 2,000 a month, then you say, okay, I'm going to put it in my trading account, right? So what is painful for a 2,000 account? I would say if you hit 50% means 1,000 ringgit is painful. So that's your threshold, right? So how do you proceed from there? It's like you have to build up your skill level, your technical analysis, your execution, right? Your emotions control. You cannot FOMO, cannot simply chase like orang gila like that, right? Then to make sure that you do not hit that 1,000 lah. But if you do hit, don't panic lah. Next month, next bullet in lah. Right, next bullet in. Then learn the mistakes from here. Apply.
What's your opinion to this then? Some people say, hey, trade on paper account first, learn, then only trade real money. What's your opinion?
No feel one.
No feel
No feel one. You can put that, wow, my setup very good, right? Then when the thing goes up, lose only ma, never mind, paper money ma. Or like when the stock is going up, right? And you have position, right? Then you're like, profiting just let it run very simple only. But in actual fact, when real trading, you're like, hey, kanchong, hey, I'm making 3,000 already leh.
Should I sell or not?
Faster close lah, maybe close a bit first. The emotions is a big part of the game.
Hey, that catch me a lot, but always catch me when they go up. Faster sell. They say, go higher, sell, go higher.
Yeah.
So what you're saying, and maybe what I'm trying to interpret is that when you trade paper money, you don't get to learn an important lesson around emotional management.
Yep.
How to deal with your FOMO, how to deal with your fear, your greed. Right?
Correct.
Wow, trading very confronting.
Yes, it actually is like your worst nightmare kind of thing lah, right? It really stands in front of you, addresses your flaws. What are your flaws? Are you greedy? Are you a coward? Right? Are you a over-analyzer or whatever? It confronts you, then it will show you exactly who you are.
Wow.
Right? Exactly. So it's very...
exactly, just like that.
See, the person scared already.
Even that agrees with me.
So it really confronts you, right? You as a person, right? So assuming if you're a very stubborn person, then you have that that $2,000 account, right? And then the position is going against you. You're having losses. Then you're supposed to hit that 1,000 ringgit mark where you just cut loss and then reanalyze what happened. But you're a stubborn person, right? So then it builds.
Do you think that's why a lot of people either quit trading or they think it's a good idea and then they quit? Do you think it's because it was very confronting for them?
Yeah, exactly it is. Because the human nature who likes to be told that they are wrong? Nobody likes to be told they are wrong, right or not? Imagine you go up to some auntie at the side there, hey, you're doing this wrong. What's their natural reaction? Hey, who are you?
Go away.
So when you are trading, you are constantly facing the market, and the market is the one that tells you, are you wrong or not? Right? So if at the start there, you will definitely be more wrong than right one, right? Because it's a learning lesson, right? So when you keep getting told that you are wrong, you're frustrated. When you're frustrated, you're like, hey, no need lah, this is a scam lah, right?
Unless you have unless you confront, there's something to learn.
All right.
Yeah.
If once you confront all these flaws of yourself and how you analyze the market, then only then you can take one step forward. If you don't confront, you take blame. Is that the sun was pointed north. That's why not good.
Oh, this government, that government, this thing.
Correct. If you keep whining about it, it's same thing as in life lah. Trading very can be compared into in life lah, right? It's like if like let's say if you're working in an office job, you got a lot of work, but you never really address it or never really complete it or communicate or whatever it is lah, right? At one moment you explode mah. So it's the same as the trading mah. You don't confront and you don't solve, you explode.
Yeah, because before I entered trading myself, I had this really weird impression that traders have a very good life. You know, I think maybe because all the Instagram ads and stuff like that. Oh no, just like, oh, I can work from wherever I want to work in, you know, open the chart in front of the beach, you know, trading, ka-ching. I just made 10 grand, I just made 5 grand, I just made 2 grand today and I'm celebrating tonight. Oh, you know. So but it's a lot more than that, right? Just not just technical, but it sounds like you have to really buff up your it's like a personal development journey.
Yeah. It is. Like I've seen traders in my department just broke down.
Really?
Just broke down halfway, just broke down like cannot already. Or one even just vomit.
Serious?
Yeah, it was during IPO day.
Wow,
like think too much.
Is it war room or is it a fight war?
So my reaction was go toilet lah. Then trading.
Continue. Oh, market hot, right? No time, man.
Yeah, correct. So it really no time, man. So I would say I would deal with you during lunch or after 5. Right? So it's really in your face kind of profession lah.
Wow, like war zone way.
Yeah. So but the good thing about it, right, is like you have investing, you have trading in different time frames in swing trading, right? So different segments of in this investment world that can fit lifestyle of many different people. I'm sure trading is not your main source of income, but right?
No.
But you found a right niche of a time frame that allows you to have the balance of it.
Yeah.
Right? And that's what works for you. But what works for you might not work for me. I'll be like, hey Thomas, very boring lah. I'm not getting in any trades. I want to trade. For me, I want to trade mah. Right? So it's different. But doesn't mean it's not right. Right? The end game of investment world, right, is always profit. That's about it. Full stop.
How you want to do it?
How you want to pushing, you want to around the tree come out also can. As long as you profit, I say you're right. Yes, you're right.
Yeah, I think that's the challenge as well. When we are learning to trade, we go out and talk to a lot of people. A lot of people got a different, but we have to remember that their trading style maybe is suitable for them, right?
Correct.
Some people they do intraday, 1 hour, 2 hours they trade. Some people like me, I cannot sit in front of the computer all night. You know, the US stock open on. I set up, go sleep, wake up morning, right?
Correct.
So I do day swing or weekly swing.
Correct.
Yeah. So you have to work out with your what's workable for you, right? You know, so know your lane also lah. Yeah. So when it comes to and I want to touch another topic because I think you are a professional trader. I'm sure that even in the car community, you know, we belong to a few car communities. Got people come and ask you, hey Eugene, which stock to buy? Which stock to buy? Hey, give me Kang Tao, give me horsepower, or give me alpha. Now the crypto guys always alpha.
Yeah.
What's your response to people who always trying to seek all these Kang Tao? Or
response to them,
because you know, my personal opinion is that you first of all you are throwing you're delegating the responsibility to someone else.
Yeah.
Right?
All right.
So how you, but so I notice a lot of professional traders they not they are gamsiap, they don't want to, not they are not gamsiap, sorry, I say Hokkien. not they are stingy, they don't want to give information. But I think there's something to be learned here. Because some people say, oh, if I just follow this dude, right, then I make money. Oh, bro, you tell me what to do, I give you 20%.
Yep.
So, do people offer this to you before?
Yeah. There are plenty of people that wants the easy way out, right? But for me, as a trader, right, it's just so stressful, right? I rather, because trading, like I said, is a game of facing your flaws and ownership of responsibility, your mistakes and everything. But if other people comes into play, right, other people's money, right, then it becomes very stressful for me, right? I'm now responsible for your money. Then I'm responsible to tell you when to enter, when to exit, and all that kind of thing. But what this tells me for this type of people lah, right, that comes into like ask these kind of questions is they're just lazy lah, right? They just don't want to put in the work, right? They just want an easy way out. And if they really want an easy way out, there's like public mutual fund and all this, right? Not, right? Just put there lah, right? Let the professional fund managers manage for you.
Then you have to pay them lah.
You pay your 5% and all that lah.
Okay. So, but I noticed one thing you keep saying. Do your homework.
Correct.
Do your homework.
Correct.
So, why do they learn this? Because is it available online or is it available? Let's say today, all right? Maybe someone you're watching, maybe you're like, bro, I have only 5,000 ringgit in my account today, and every month I can only save 1,000 ringgit or 500 ringgit, and then I aspire to own I don't know, maybe a G series, G series 2 M2. I know you don't like the car. Okay, for example, okay. By the way, I think it's a pretty.
What a waste of 600k.
Nice car, bro. It looks nice. Okay. Okay, that's why you don't like the 2 Series. Okay, I like it because it looks. At first, I don't like it. Then after I look, we say, okay, quite menacing. Okay, like a bit like an M car owner. The face. Okay.
Back to the question.
500. Okay, I got. Let's say for example, bro, today got 5,000 ringgit in my bank account, and then I have maybe 1,000 ringgit per month or 500 ringgit a month. Between there, I can top up bullet every month. How do I start? You say already, my first open the trading account, put the money in first.
Yes.
Okay.
Correct.
Whatever brokerage, you can choose whichever, right?
Okay. Next would be learn your theories all online lah, right? Everywhere, YouTube, everywhere can get, right? Then once you get a little grasp on a bit of how trading works or investing works, okay, then what I can advise, if you are not a very independent person on this, or maybe it's your side gig, right? Trading is your side gig, so you might not have the full capacity to be like, I'm going to face you head on, I'm going to invest, and I'm going to use all my capabilities to invest myself, right? You can be something like you lah, right? Try to find mentors, try to join communities, right? Trading communities where like-minded people come along, right? Then you guys get to share ideas there. Then that's where your first step is started already lor. But once the first step started, then it's like a momentum already lah, right? Because now you are with like-minded people, or with a community, or with a good mentor that can. Like a good mentor doesn't tell you what to buy, right? A good mentor just try to nudge you to the right direction. Salah ni. Ni salah, right?
Or when you make mistake, then the mentor can help you dissect the mistake.
Correct. But before you dissect the mistake, the mentor will ask you, what do you think you did wrong first? All right?
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
Then only they will tell you after that what's his opinion about it. So for the average Joe that's starting on investing and trading, right? Move towards this approach. Or maybe if you feel like, I don't need anyone like me lah. I feel like very cowboy. Okay, I'm just gonna tackle these heads on. Then online so much things, right? Just equip yourself with the bare minimal, and you feel like okay, you do your chart and whatever it is, just execute. Right? I learned my biggest mentor is my losses lah. This is my good friend until now, still with me lah.
Hey guys, sorry to interrupt the podcast for a moment, but as we were editing the video, we realized that Eugene stresses the importance of doing your homework. So I thought it was valuable to actually call Eugene back on a Zoom call to find out what are the important things to do if you were to consider going into trade. So what better way to get that opportunity to get a professional trader to let us know what should we look at in homework. So here it goes. Hello, Eugene. I think for a lot of people who don't know what trading is, it really will guide them into really taking it seriously.
I think first is like your homework is selecting your asset classes lah. Stocks are generally known to be technically safer, right, and less volatile as crypto. So depends what you really want, right? You can stomach a very high risk. So maybe crypto is the thing for you, right? Or if you are a very conservative person, then maybe you are going on. You need a slower pace, right? And stocks is one of very good alternative as well.
Depends
right?
on what stocks you look at, like blue chip or whether it's a.
Yes, correct. Then the segregation of stocks, blue chip, penny stocks, mid cap, right? So all these kind of terms that your audience will hear, probably they can go back and search and then see what it really entails about, lah, right? Not obviously if like a dirt cheap stock like 5 cents, 10 cents, you know the risk is going to be there, right? Every cent is 10% up and down, right? So it's better how does the trader wants to perceive themselves, lah, right? Not in the trading world,
Yeah. So
right?
basically, study your stock means or study what you're buying, right? Don't just look at the numbers, but understand
Yep.
what are you buying. How risky is it, or what the hell this company does. Is that what you mean?
Mhm. Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
That's one of the things, lah, right?
That's
Not
the first thing.
so.
Study the stock, right? Yeah.
Yeah. So is it stable? Is the liquidity high or not? Liquidity in a sense where is it being traded consistently, or is it a very quiet a stock stroke asset class? You have to have all this at the back of your hand prior to jumping. This has to be ready. Then only you can jump. It's
Yeah.
like going. It's like if you want to swim, then takkan you just like I will figure it out. I just jump first. Cannot, ma, right? Not.
So similar for homework is that you study what you're getting yourself into first, right? And
Yes,
give some
correct.
pointers already on where to look out for, right? Yeah.
Yep.
So you have total of 4 things, right? You say you wanted to share, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, so why the first step is the most crucial, lah, right? So once step 1 is done, right, execution will be the vital tool, lah, right? If your execution is not on point or great, then whatever game plan that you had, right, is all thrown down the drain. You must enter this at a point where your brain is most logical, right? During the heat of the moment, where if you are very affected by the movements of the asset class, right, your brain will run already one, right? Your brain very hard to come back to the logical state. You'll be thinking like, hey, what if this happens? Hey, what if that happens? What if this, then you cannot make a decision, what, right? Not. But if you did your homework, right, where am I going to execute, right? Where am I going to execute? Where am I going to set my target profit? Where am I going to get set my stop loss, etc., right? Then when the time comes for you to execute, everything should go smoothly.
So you should really get your entry and exit set up before you even start, right? That's your
Yeah.
home. Is that what you mean, right?
Yes.
Planning of the execution, right?
Yep. So the third one will be managing your expectations according to your goals, lah, right? Like everyone's goals are different, right? Some people want to make a crazy ton of money, right? But some people are just starting off different stages of life, right?
Yeah.
So if your goals are a bit too far-fetched, right? Like maybe you're starting off and say, oh, I'm going to make 1 million this year. Then I feel that's a bit too far-fetched, lah, right? Not so whatever. If you don't hit 1 million, then you'll be very disappointed. Then you won't push harder to strive for it. It can be a large goal, but the goals need to be very progressive, lah. Set for a nearer, shorter term goal, right? An example I can really give is like, okay, assuming that you are stepping into trading, what I want to do is I want to make 100 ringgit a day, just 100 ringgit only, right? Because this, let's say trading is not your main job, but it's a side hustle or something, 100 ringgit a day, right? If I make 100 ringgit, I stop for 1 day. So if there's technically 20 working days, if you can hit that 20 days, you make 2K a month already, what? 20 times 100, what, right? Not? So that's additional income for you, lor. All this helps you become very disciplined as a person, lah. Right? If you stick to your game plan, your execution, and then your expectations, right? Then you see how it leads from point 1, point 2, point 3, lah.
Yeah. So number 1
Right.
was understand what your the game plan, right? Understanding what you're buying. Number 2 is what do you say?
Execution, lah.
Execution. Plan your execution, right? How do you enter? How do you get out? When do you get out? Right? All those you define when your mind is at cool, you know.
Yep.
And then number three, now you said it's important to manage your expectations. That's something I didn't thought was part of homework. This is an important homework to have.
Okay, so the last one, the more in everything is tangled up together, like it's managing your emotions, lah. Right? In trading, it's very in your face. It shows you your biggest fear and it shows you your biggest flaw. Right? It shows you how greedy a human can be and how kiasi or coward a human can be also. So greed and fear are usually the two spectrum of the extreme spectrum that will you as a trader starting in your journey, you will consistently face these kind of things. As the more you experience, right, you must learn technically how to embrace them. How to embrace them, never be too high, never be too low. If let's say you win like in 20 working days, you win all 20 days, then the 21st day you think you're God already, what, right? Not so then you don't do your homework, you don't plan your executions, right? You don't manage your expectations, right? Then you don't manage your emotions at the end there. You might bust your whole 20 days effort. If it's too low, you do all your homework, then you cannot execute because you are in fear. Maybe you just bust your account, then you're coming back in, right? Then now you are trying again, and the setup is there. You've done your work, you've done your homework. It's time to go. You don't want to go because I just lost 2K yesterday. So you can see all four tiers of it and how it's intertwined right? One cannot work without the other, but there's a sequence to how a person should approach trading
This is really cool because I always thought homework is just like technical things, like I thought entry, exit, and then fundamentals, liquidity, all these are very important pointers you point out. I didn't expect that you brought the personal management, into the homework as well,
Yeah, so it's really you against yourself, right? Why did I take profit so early? It's you because you very NC. You want to secure some money, right? Or why did I change my stop loss so tight?
Yeah.
Right, because you see maybe something not right.
I think homework is such a big terminology, and should I didn't ask you this question, I would think it's all technical things because there are technical things that, of course, Eugene will not go in depth to cover all the technical things. But I was surprised that part of the homework is the personal management too. Right? As a lot of the podcast later, or you watch this podcast, you will reveal a lot of it. Right? Thank you, Eugene. Thank you so much.
No problem.
I noticed you have a very positive relationship towards failure.
Yeah.
What's your motto? How do you approach failure? Like I know a lot of people they try to avoid failure. I blame the schooling.
Actually, yes.
I blame the schooling system because failure is frowned upon. You look bad, and everything. That's why the naughty boys who don't care about failure anymore, they do quite well in the world.
Yeah.
What's failure for you? Okay, first of all, maybe why some people get so crippled? Because you see so many traders come in and trade. Why do they get so crippled when they fail?
Why do they get so crippled when they fail? Because they've not failed enough in their life, right? You think about it, since your primary school, secondary school, no failure one. Technically, no failure.
You can get a D and E, right?
Yeah, you get a D and E, then that's about it. But what are the very major consequences about it? Nothing much. Right? There's no, probably you cannot rotan or whatever, right?
Maybe your friends make fun of you.
Right. Then you cannot ridicule and all that kind of thing, right? So a lot of them, when they come into this trading line, right, they are forced to be confronted with failures immediately, right? So if they cannot handle it, then usually they just buckle, right? But how my relationship with failure is, I failed so much until it became numb, right? But I have to, because like for me, like when I told you my journey, I have to do it already, because there's no more safety net. So do you think the first trade I made was straight away made money? No, what? Right? Straight away because shit, man. Not much in bank account left. Next one, better get your shit right. Okay, then again. Second time wrong again. Right? But for me, it's like I don't like, maybe I should have. I don't dwell about it. I try to move forward. But I'm not gonna say and tell everyone that Eugene, I'm the type of person that don't fear failure at all. No such thing I do still fear failure right? But it's how I handle that failure as consequence right? So
means don't make a big deal about it.
correct.
And it's not about the failure, but how like you just move on very
How
quickly.
you react to it. How you react and address the situation lah. Address the failure. Must address. You don't address the failure, right? The second trade that you come in is the same mistake, right? And third trade, same mistake. Fourth trade, okay, close account.
Have you blown up an account before? Close account before? Or near
Yes.
to,
Yes. Yeah,
when you're
blown.
younger lah, when you,
yeah,
I mean, when you're starting,
when
I'm sure everyone in the beginning got some extreme cases also lah.
correct. So blowing account is one thing lah, right? Not. But blowing account when you're younger, it's not so siong lah, right? For me, it's like okay lah. If like got 10K in the account, siong, then but shit. Then try to save up again. Okay, let's go again. Let's go fight again, right?
But maybe in today, when you look backwards, you say okay, not so pain lah. But actually at that point quite pain, right?
I think for me now, if I have like big 6-digit losses, then I think more pain. I'll be like, I should have got that car, man. Why I got that? I got the thing lah.
Yeah. Pause. Take a break.
If you're looking for a way to increase your income and looking for different business to do, I know what most of you are thinking. It's a lot of risk, it's a lot of capital involved. I don't know what to do. And that's why I created Team Infinity Academy, where we not only provide a way for people to get into the business world without forking a lot of capital, but we also provide the education and the vehicle. We have a way that I use to make my money, right? This is the business I run. And I want to teach people how to utilize my business to build a life of their dreams. Now, if you're interested to find out more, there is a preview. We're looking for the right business partners. And inside that business discovery session, you'll find out how this business can support you to build the life that you want to live. If you're interested to find out more, link in the description below. And sign up for one of our webinars. Will be mostly hosted by myself. See you there.
我讲话了，快点。So, we talk about trading, right? Confronting. I'm always confronted with one thing, Eugene. Okay, I don't work for you, but let's say I'm your staff. Okay, my issue, Eugene, is that I very scared die. Okay, we say kiasi. I do a lot of analysis. Then I find the counter I want. I'll find a few counters. Then I always find the counter. I always let two go, one go, two go. So I don't jump one. I say I don't jump. But when I jump, I make money. When I profit, I got profit already. Like even though it's not my promised. Okay, let's say I buy here, then the price go up. Climbing to here, I really like, and it's like, want to sell. Okay. So I always take profit early.
Okay.
Right? Or when it's time to take profit, then you study again, got momentum. Then I can take more profit later. But I just close the whole thing. Then the thing fly out. Then I beat myself up. Okay.
Okay. So if you watch the show, watch the show, The Queen's Gambit, the chess prodigy, right? So that main character was always projecting, chess lah, right? They have to project scenarios in their head, right? So when they have to project every scenario in the head for every potential move, correct? So why a trader or an investor, right, feels very kanjiong there is because you do not have projections after this. Then when you reach to a moment of uncertainty, then you sell lah. I also face that, right? When the projections power already, then you're like, what now? How now? Right? Then if you cannot gather your thoughts together, then usually this will happen lah, right? So for maybe to advise you is like, if you are going to take profits early, what's next?
Oh, I don't have a next. So I'm actually scared, but also greedy lah, both lah.
So so when you put a full stop there, you technically eliminate your potential already, right? Your few moves. The game is not over yet, right? Probably you find a nice setup. Oh, first move, sell. Oh, finish, and all the way.
Always happened to me.
Yeah. So, cause you always say, hey, enough lah. That's about it. You can sell, but sell. Then what's next? If all logic points to this stock going much further up, you have to get back in.
So I only look. So the problem is, maybe I'm not hearing to you is that I only look at the loss. I look at the worst thing that can happen, and I game myself towards to preventing myself to get the worst thing that can happen.
Yeah.
But then I lock out. I don't look at the entire horizon, which is there is also something possible.
Yeah, correct. So you really need to project yourselves. If this happens, then what's next? If this happens, then what's next? It's always like that one. Right? There's no full stop. The full stop is when the bell rings. The bell rings, then full stop lah. Then you tutup. Tutup.
So for me, it's just, I guess, in the pursuit of staying safe, I completely lose all entire vision of everything else. Yeah.
Probably you gain your division is clear for the first third, one third of it lah. The 2/3 of it how, right? Because you say die don't want to chase ma. If you die don't want to chase a breakout, then you have to hold.
Before I trade, I say I will chase. Let's start trade. Don't want to chase already.
Very easy Put limit order. Put a stop limit order there. Wait pending there already. Then it's already.
Okay. Between being greedy and being fearful and FOMO or all this, what is the worst kind of emotion that really jialat one?
I think stubbornness lah. You FOMO and all also okay, right? You FOMO, then you might hit a loss and all that. But the moment you're stubborn is when you bust accounts, right? You can be FOMO, but you say, okay, I shouldn't have gone there. Then you learn from it, right? If you apply to these trading principles, then you FOMO a bit, which tendency to happen is very high, right? So you FOMO, but then it doesn't go your way. Then you have a small cut loss. Okay, maybe how I should learn from this and apply, right? But the worst trait is stubbornness.
Why?
Thinking you're right, thinking that the stock will always rebound, the price will always go back your way. I say, I cannot bear to lose this. I way past my stop loss already. For what?
Then you say, it's a unrealized loss. So if I sell only, I lose.
Correct. So it's like I have an example lah. All the people that bought all the glove stocks at 2021 at the peak. Then 2022 they asked me when the glove was like 70 cents. They are now down 99%. They're like, how You think okay I say you're really losing 99%. What's another 1% whole right? Your downside so low already, right? Not.
So the stubbornness of not taking a loss and moving on.
Yes, that's the worst lah. I would feel
painful.
That's the worst lah.
Wow.
Now become therapy session. It's okay, Thomas. It's okay.
No, I didn't. I know friends who kena. They really, now that you bring the, it just dawned upon me. It's for some of them it's like down to 20%, down to 10%. Ouch. Wow.
Right. Ooh. Then whatever discipline traits that you make along the way to get you here, just wipe. Now you start back from zero. And then trading is in the investment world, it's very confronting, Say, hey, face your mistakes lah. Now you're left back with 20% left only. You face it lah. You don't want to cut you face it lah. You miss out all the other opportunities that coming along.
Wow.
How?
Yeah, I think I always hear these stories when growing up. This uncle used to make money trading. Then one crisis happened or some big event happened. Then they lose their pants. Then they really go super depressed. They really like sort go crazy, become super bitter. But the only way out, it sounds that you got to confront that I was too stubborn.
Correct.
I was but then if you don't confront it, not only you miss the other opportunities, but you become this bitter person. Then don't enjoy life.
Then you hate the world, right? You say everything is against me lah, all this kind of nonsense lah.
But do you think at the end of the day it's just being able to take responsibility of your own actions?
Yeah, correct.
It's
the same as the application of life lah. The sooner you take responsibility of where you dictate your life should be and whatever actions you want to get there, or imperfections you have that you need to better, and then you confront it, and then you try to better yourself, then the better you are off as a person lah, right?
This is advice for everything. I mean,
advice for everything. So you take into trading, it's the same thing lah. It's just that it's more in your face lah. It's like,
so I gather, right? Mindset. Would you say mindset more important than skill set in participating in the financial world, whether it's trading or investing?
I believe mindset is, I wouldn't say more important lah, right? You need to have both. Right? If you have the right mindset but no skill, let's say you're like, wow, I can cut always on time and all that, but your skill is not there, what's the point? But if you're very skillful but you don't have the right mindset, you gang say all that kind of thing, then how?
Also cannot.
Also cannot right? So it's
But it's a simultaneous learning lah.
yes,
both, right,
correct,
So
correct.
a lot of people they pursue like I want the best technical knowledge, training, whatever, but actually it's a both side lah.
Yeah, correct.
Well, very cool, very cool.
Mm.
Financial markets. Why do you think people get in scams? So many scams today. Oh, Thomas, don't go. People, those scammers, right? So what's your why people? Okay, first of all, why do you think people get scammed?
Because I would think in our country the scams are very emotion based. Right? They lure you on what you want. Then once they catch on to you, then you're gonna deal right? Not. But why do so many people fall towards all these kind of scams? I would say first and foremost is they just want the easy way out right? Oh, I joined this whatever trading guru or whatever. Straight away he say 100x or nothing. But then the first year my money cannot take out. Right? So they are just attracted to 100x, so they already caught your brain there. Right? But you yourself don't want to do the work. You want an easy way. Right? You want an easy way? Yes. Join mentoring sessions, proper mentoring or communities for it. Do the proper way. There's no shortcuts in trading I would say, or in life right? There's no shortcuts right? So when there's no shortcuts, you have to do your work. It comes back to our initial first conversation is what? Make sure you do your work
Do your homework.
do your shit right? If you don't do your shit, you have no validation. Then you're at the mercy of anyone out there, right? Scammers, whatever.
So it's not because what they are doing is an internal thing, right? You need to if you know what you're doing, you won't get scammed.
Correct.
Right? So people come with you because we got seen certain platforms during MCO. 7% a month, net 5%. Really? Wow, so good. How come you don't sell your product to bank, right?
Correct.
If you can do this performance, why sell to retail? You go sell to bank, right?
Yeah, correct.
I was thinking like, where got such bank got more money for you to play?
Correct,
Retail will give you a bit money, even better, right?
Yep.
So I guess thankfully because I've somewhat participated in some financial markets. So when the returns come, I just you question where the return come from, right? You know, because because my part of it towards scams is that if you have participated, it's like cars lah. If you've driven enough cars, you know when someone is BS you about something about the cars, right? Or you study enough, you read enough, you drive enough cars, you talk to enough people. When somebody says, hey, my car can do this and that, or got this kind of horsepower, and then you say, hey, where can do, right? My car can. You must study. But if you don't study, you don't have any background knowledge, then you cannot scam, right?
Yep. You don't put in the work right? Or not. You just keep the easy way out, that kind of thing. Because quite frankly right? 10 years from now, you think our country will still have a lot of these scams? Definitely. Still one
I think anywhere in the world.
Anywhere in the world also will have these kind of scams right? So it's always playing on the emotions of people who don't want to put their work done and just want an easy way out like that, right? Wow, you see that guy, a trader, wow, make so much money. Wow, if I join this Sifu say can be like that immediately in 2 months.
Wow. Sifu. There's a saying, I know my business in India, and I read one of they say the 7 cardinal sins. I think it's 7, but cardinal sins Mahatma Gandhi talks about this. The first one actually is wealth without labor.
Yep.
So want the money without putting any effort.
Correct.
Yeah, that is a cardinal sin actually.
Yeah.
So same thing in trading lah, I guess.
Yeah, in trading or in life same same
Yeah, same lah. People buy car. Oh, I want to go fast chong lah. Then makan longkang.
Hey, nothing.
What do you say?
Nothing.
No, I mean it's a general philosophy.
Yeah,
You're right also. Yeah, but people they get frustrated because the car cannot go fast. The car can't corner well. But then don't take the time to say, hey, maybe confront. Maybe you're not a good driver. You know, maybe you need me also. Me included. Last time I drive the car, I think I damn fast. Then people say, hey, why you understeer? Why you hear? They say, oh yeah, I thought tire screw only good ma. Just tire screw drive like idiot. They say, oh. Right, so you have to humble yourself and learn lah. Okay, I want to talk about the reason why I spurred off this podcast in the first place with you, because you say something that I believe, like, one of the worst way to get rich, or don't say rich now. Rich is a very subjective. The worst way to elevate your financial status or life is to actually save money.
Correct.
Right? I don't believe in that. I know why, and of course I have my whole lot of opinion. I got a whole opinion on why saving is actually counterintuitive to improving your financial status and wealth. Now that you are a professional trader, maybe you can share with and also you do it for yourself. You manage your money, everything.
Yep.
And of course, why in your opinion, why saving is actually, would you first agree that saving is a very bad way to build wealth? And also,
correct. So I said it because it just came naturally to me lah. Then on your vlog lah, right? Because I've tried it before, right? You 3,000 salary, you save maybe 1,000 ringgit, and then 1 year you save 12,000 ringgit. What can you do with 12k? Right?
Cannot down payment for house.
Very susah lah, right? Let's say you want to go eat omakase or there's like 1k, that kind of thing already, right? There's nothing much you can do with saving. Let's say if you want to get, let's say we just say E92 M3, 200,000 cash. Cash, no loan ma. So you save 1,000 a month. How long, brother? What's that, brother?
No more, brother.
So you have to save 200 months.
No, by the time all electric car already.
Yeah, you have to save 200 months to get that. Then you know the equation is not right. It must hit you somewhere, right? Right? So then you have to find ways to say, okay, you know what? It has to multiply somewhere. So for me, it's naturally here lah, on stock market lah. Some people do it in real estate. Some people venture into their own business, that kind of thing, right? There needs to be a way to multiply your money a more progressive way, lah. Not just by saving and that kind of thing. Let's say saving also 1,000, then you put in FD also how?
Yeah.
3%, allow.
It takes forever, right?
Yeah, it takes forever, right? Not like that you cannot reach what you want. I'm not saying that this is expensive or very cheap or whatever. But if let's say we're just using this as a relative example, right? 200,000 absolute value cash. How?
But it could be applied for anything, right? I want to build up my funds for my children's education.
Correct.
I want to buy a house for our family. I want to settle my debt, right? All these same thing, right? You can either save, then very slow, or you can leverage financial markets to get there.
And I believe in this era lah, right? There's no more excuses already lah, right? Information is out there. It's whether you want to look or not lah, right? If you want to look, there's plenty of things to look. There are courses, right? Courses from your side as well, right? To point you where you want to go, right? It's whether you want to put the initiative in or not. If you insist on traditional way, keep money into like the sotapia basket, then like that lah, right? Then when you don't meet your financial goals, then don't be salty about it lah. Right? Not?
Do you think that it's okay? Now we talk about financial markets and everything, right? Do you think it's easy to participate in financial markets? What is your opinion about it? Because some people will look at it and like, wow, I know so many big fishes there and everything. Do you think it's easy to participate in financial market?
So we use the analogy of big fishes lah, right? Yes, a lot of big fishes, but ikan bilis still can eat one ma. Still can nibble a bit one ma. Right? And it's easier, right? There's more room, more movement, right? There's more, you won't get targeted as much lah, right? If let's say you big fishes, you're scared of the big fish, but if the big fish is getting scared being eaten by a bigger fish, right? Not? So if it is very easy to go into it, right? The hard part is the mastery of it. And up until now, I'm not confident to say that I have mastered the skill of trading yet, because it's ever learning experience, right?
I don't think anyone who I mean every master was once an amateur.
Yeah.
But every master is always still learning. I always believe in that.
Correct.
Yeah. If the master says nothing to learn anymore, then I don't know lah. I mean, I find it hard to learn from a master like this.
Then you kind of know that this fella, their ego is talking already lah. It's not about him being the master of the of his craft already ma. It's his ego talking already ma. Right? Not.
Cool. So, we have a good chat today, and I think we want to grab breakfast soon. By the way, shout out to this place. This is Leng's Cafe here in Bukit Tinggi. Pretty good char kway teow over there. You can go and try. Coffee is not bad too. So before I wrap up, I want to just ask. First of all, thank you for coming. But question: if you can talk to, I always like to ask this question because it's a perspective. See, okay, maybe you are not a mentor for people, or no, I'm not a mentor. No one's a mentor, but we always take. I always believe mentoring is a way to buy money, buy time actually.
Yep.
Buy time because you learn the mistakes that someone make, right? So I want to give an opportunity for all our guests to always share a piece of mentoring. So if you were to talk to your younger self, let's say your younger self existed today at the age of maybe 2024, right? He just graduated, right? And then he started trading, right? What's your advice to this guy?
I think just keep hit strong lah, right? Just don't second doubt yourself, don't second guess yourself, right? You're making the mistakes that you are making. There are purposes to it lah. These mistakes are meaningful lah. I would say if you didn't make these kind of mistakes, I don't think you would be the person that you are today lah. So yeah,
Cool. Thanks
That's
for
about
sharing. Eugene, thanks so much for being on our Keep It 100 Talks. I hope this conversation for the viewers have brought you a little bit more insight into participating in financial markets. As of course, Eugene is a professional trader. You have nothing to sell, so I'm so thankful that he's just willing to come out of his accord to really share this. Because I told him, I want to inspire more people when they listen to these conversations. They change their life. They do something different, something new. So thanks for contributing to the viewers.
no problem.
All right, and hopefully you get to see your car, next car soon.
Brother,
Okay, I don't do that anymore, bro.
it's okay.
I know you like your car, lah. Okay, we go take our car, go photo shoot.
Okay. Can.
Okay. Pedro. Okay. Internal joke. Okay. All right, guys. Keep it 100 always. Love you guys. Thanks for watching. Let me know in the comments below what do you think about this topic. If you got any questions about it, you can ask. And hopefully I try to get the questions to Eugene if he has the time. Of course, his job is mainly trading. All right. Okay. Anything else? No?
No, that's all.
Thank you so much, bro. Guys, thanks for watching, and see you in another episode. Ciao.
See ya.
This podcast is managed and also created with Sparks Digital. Now, why should you listen to this ad? Because content creators like myself, we got so many things to do. And if you're a content creator or you're a marketing person or trying to reach out to more people, creatives are one of the most important part. How to do something, what to do, ideas and stuff like that. And I rely a lot on the team in Sparks Digital to create content, just like this one over here. So look, if you need help with ideas, campaigns, or even dealing with crisis management, whatever, these people, they're really smart and they're really fun to work with. And the best part is that it keeps giving me fresh ideas on how to grow my channel and also my influence, right? So big shout out to Sparks Digital. You want to find out more? Link in the description below, and let them know that Thomas sent you. Maybe to give you a special discount. I don't know, right? But Sparks Digital.